to speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to speak on it. Welcome to speak on it. I'm welcome to speak on it. Welcome to speak on it. I'm welcome to speak on it. Welcome to speak on it. I'm welcome to speak. Welcome to speak. I'm 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 who you with, Kurt, dog?
Yo, what's going on? Happy Monday to everybody. Welcome to Speak on it with Who You With, Kurt Dog. I'm him, Who You With, Kurt Dog. Want to welcome everyone to the show. Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitch. I believe IG is up also. So definitely tune in tonight. It is a special night for us. This is our 100 live show. Man, that's great. And 100 shows live. Man, that's wonderful because when I first got started, I didn't pay attention to the numbers or nothing like that. I just wanted to talk. And I was nervous. I was scared. So if you ever get the opportunity to go to YouTube and look at the past shows, you will see what I'm talking about. You will be able to tell the difference from when I first came on till today. Welcome to the show, Eva Donkey. I said, happy hundo, my hard rocking amigo. I appreciate it. Also, tonight, we're going to give away a couple of shirts tonight. So definitely be a part of the show. I'm going to just randomly give them out. Think I might try to do 3 tonight. So now the thing is, haven't decided exactly how I'm gonna do it, but when it's time, you'll know. So tonight we're gonna talk about Jonathan Mattingly, the ex-police officer who killed one of the ones that killed Breonna Taylor. We're also gonna talk about Jalil Muntaqim. I believe I'm saying that right. Don't know, but also Cal Rittenhouse. Man, I haven't even started drinking yet. My tongue is all over the place. But also it was a story came out. I seen a video last night after we got off the air. Happened Friday in Fort Worth. Now we know about the incident that happened with Biden Harris bus down there in San Antonio. We know what happened with that. And apparently, when Senator Harris was in Fort Worth, some of Trump's supporters tried to go over there to it. That didn't work out too good. And also, they had a police escort. Yes, the Fort Worth police tried to escort them to the rally. So that did not work out too good for them. So basically what happened, they I think it was over off of Millenberry, somewhere over in that neighborhood, but they try to stroll through the neighborhood with the Trump signs flying, and that didn't work out too good. Because once the community got word of it, they put a stop to that. They blocked the road, and even with the police there, blocked the road and called the policemen out. Said y'all are wrong for escorting them through our neighborhood, and they made them turn around and go back the same way they came. Which that's the way we need to police our neighborhood. When we see some stuff going on that shouldn't be going on in our neighborhoods, we need to take a stand and step up. And over there, the entire neighborhood came out and they put a stop to it. They weren't going for it. They said, no, y'all need to turn around, get away from here. And I asked the Fort Worth police, how could y'all escort them through our neighborhood? Now, we know um, Fort Worth Police Department have a history. Um, they killed uh, her name slipped my head, the young lady last year for doing a welfare call. Also, the city of Fort Worth followed everything that Greg Abbott and Trump say. So somebody had to give them that authorization to use that police force to escort them through that neighborhood. And that neighborhood said, we're not, that community came together and said, not going for that. Y'all need to turn around and go back. And that's what they had to do. So my hats goes off to the community over in Fort Worth that put a stop to it. Welcome to the show, Miss Risky. How you doing tonight? Wait a minute. I thought, never mind. Well, leave it alone. But welcome to the show. Thank you for tuning in. Um, so that was a wonderful thing, and that community stood up, and I feel like we need to do that in all of our community. When things are going on in our neighborhoods, we need to take a stand, just like they took a stand. And and there you go, your famous word. Okay. Uh what were who gonna do? Talking about the ones that rolled up in the trucks. Um, Kind of how they did in Austin. We talked about the story last night down there, New Braunfels and Austin, where they ran the Biden bus off try to run it off the road, try to force them to cancel um, where they actually did cancel a couple of parents down in that area. So yeah, they was trying to do it in Fort Worth, but it didn't work out too good for them. So, and that's the type of stand we need to take, um, regardless of um, why do stuff like that, because it's all of our rights to let our voice be heard by voting. We see all of uh, these protests where people are stopping in the middle of the highway trying to prevent people from getting to the polls, which is crazy. Um, exactly. I agree with you, but it's a different time now. It's not gonna go like like you say, how they want it to go. Um, I've seen several stories about uh, different groups trying to intimidate people. I posted a video earlier today about a young lady in Bakerfield, California, that she support, and this is a Caucasian lady. She support Black Lives Matter, and she was out there having a peaceful protest. Well, she said for the last month, whenever they do rally, uh, this group come up and have destroyed their tables, have destroyed different things they trying to do. And last night, apparently, they followed her to a parking lot. And with following her to the parking lot, they surrounded her, um, made threats. One dude uh, want, invited her to come fight him. And she like, really? You calling a 120-pound woman out to fight you? You coming up with a vest on and your pistol on it, and you inviting me to come fight you? So it's it's very disturbing to see things like this and be able to um have to deal with it in 2020, which is really crazy to have to do that. So yeah, it's a problem. It's definitely a problem, which it shouldn't be. Uh, Eva Donkey said our town found out they were going to ship and routers on buses. Oh, the biker gang stopped them from getting out the bus, so they couldn't bus up our mall. Okay, who though? Who you talking about? Who was coming there on buses? Um, I don't know who you're talking about. So please explain to us who was planning on coming to your town on buses uh to break up your malls and all of that, because one thing about it, uh okay, Antifa, that's completely separate from Black Lives Matter. So I don't I can't I would assume you're right about it, but once again, anybody who coming to destroy anything, that's not a peaceful protest. I don't care who you are. But once again, you have certain groups that get involved with Black Lives Matter. They pretend like they there for the movement, but they also um, go to these marches, but they go in to destroy things, and that's not what Black Lives Matter stand for. Um, uh, okay, what we definitely, this is the platform where you could definitely talk about it. Welcome to the show, Robin. Welcome. What are we seeing in real time? Is Trump supporter terrorizing people to suppress the vote? Yes, that's exactly what what we're seeing, but unfortunately, it's not going to work, um, because they're going to try to do whatever they want to try to. Um, I'm sorry, I'm trying to type at the same. Um, they're going to try to get people to come out and do the things to try to do voter suppression. And we as a people, we need to take a stand and make sure this is not happening on our watch. Because the thing is, they're gonna try it. They definitely gonna try it. And unfortunately, if nobody is taking a stand, if the police department is not coming out and taking a stand on it, we have to do what we have to do, and that's all to it. Because unfortunately, um, people just don't um, don't don't want to do it. They're gonna feel what they're doing is right, but it's really hard when we have a leader that is speaking out on stuff like that, encouraging this type of mess going on. So that's the reason why we need to make sure, if you haven't gone to the polls yet, we need to make sure that we're doing the right thing and reporting these violations to our Secretary of State, and make sure they are protecting our vote. They have to send someone out there if they're doing it, and the police department have to enforce it. They have to stop it. But unfortunately, in that video I seen in Baker, California, this young lady telling the policeman, hey, do not let him go. They committed a crime. They sprayed someone with bear spray. They surrounded me. They harassed me, made threats to me, and I have video of all of this. And the police department didn't care. They got back in their car and left. And they said, well, there's no crime done. So yeah, we need to take a stand on that. We definitely do. Um, Let me catch up on the message, for I won't be way behind tonight. Um, yeah, going to city on buses. Where's the proof? Why has nobody out put their videotape? Exactly. Stuff like that. We need to know. We need to expose um, people that are doing those type of things. We definitely need to expose them, regardless of who they are. Like I say, is some people get in these groups, pretend to be a part of a group, but they're not. So even Donkey said that's exactly what the Republican side uh, say too right now. Yeah. Um, well, I understand what you're saying about the riot destruction. Yes, I understand that. But unfortunately, do not look at the fact that the people that are doing these crimes and these riots, they may not necessarily be part um, of Black Lives Matter or whoever. So just because the news say it's a Black Lives Matter movement, that's not necessarily the case. Um, so it's definitely not something that we could just put one blame on one group because they the ones that organized the march. Um, welcome it. Want to welcome everyone to the show again. You are watching Speak On It with Who You With Kurt Dog. You can chat live with us in the chat room. And tonight is our 100 live video tonight. So stick around to the show. We will be giving out shirts tonight. Think I'm gonna give away three shirts tonight. So definitely stick around, and hopefully you are the one able to get one. So um, let me see where I left off on the messages. Robin said my boyfriend went to drop off a ballot, a Trump supporter in his big truck with the flag, followed him and parked right behind him and stared him down. Yes, I've seen that's what happened to the young lady last night. She wasn't dropping off her ballot, but she was leaving a Black Lives Matter protest, and they followed her, and she was thinking it was just one person, and she went into this parking lot, but it was several vehicles following her and surrounded her and would not let her go, made threats. And for this man to, well, I'm not gonna even call him a man, for this punk to come out and make threats to a woman. And she's like, so you challenging me to a fight? You're 120 pounds and you want to fight a woman? I'm 120 pounds. You want to fight a woman? So that's not a man to me. Any man that put his hand on a woman, that's not a man. That's a punk. Or even make threats as if you're gonna do it. So this is my opinion of it. He may not be one, but at the same time, his own video showing punkish ass ways. So I'm gonna call it like I see it. But that's crazy. The way that they try to intimidate people, and at some point, enough is enough. I think um, some of the charges that need to be brought up on Trump, terroristic threat, because his cabinet's encouraging these people to do these type of things. So that's what I look at. Robin said, funny thing is in Antifa is anti fishing. They want less government control, which is exactly what Trump supporters say they want. They could call them Antifa and say they working with Black Lives Matter, but once again, you don't know. Like Risky said, wolves and sheep clothing. That happen all the time. You may think somebody is rolling with you. No, that's not the case. Um, Robin said, "This is why some people are choosing to be violent. I do not in any way condone the violence, but when the cops are siding with these militias and extreme Trump supporter, people are angry and frustrated and have nowhere to channel that anger and frustration." That's so true. I I'm the most peaceful person you can ever come across. I feel like I'm in. My opinion, I'm in. But if it come down to a life and death situation, I won't think twice. So I'm just saying, uh, what you sipping on tonight, Risky? I have my cup over here. I actually have some Black Air Magic, um, some red brand. So cheers to you, Risky. Ooh, that's that's kind of pretty good. Eva Donkey said, "Okay, so far I haven't heard anything though of Red Side Runner looting, breaking, burn." Well, sometimes you just have to eh, look at the thing, because when George Floyd was killed, it was a guy dressed in all black, a white guy, um, that would come up at the target, I believe it was, came up and covered from head to toe. You can only see a little bit of his body. Came up, broke the window. Kind of like what I said last night. If someone come out here and break a window, and this person is out here and they struggling, guess what? Here's some free merchandise. So they looking at, hey, why not? Here's a prime opportunity. Why not? I'm not saying I would do it, because I wouldn't put myself in that position. So, but here it is. You have a white guy coming up dressed in all black. It's supposed to be a Black Lives Matter movement, but at the same time, it's not. You have other people to come out there to be involved, and that's all to it. So, yeah, it's not good at all. Um, I understand you just saying that's cool. Um, Risky said, "Eva, how do you know that the blue aren't starting these riots? In some places they are." She said, "Cheers." So I guess I'm gonna have to drink again. Uh, I'm not a big fan of red wine, but this one is kind of smooth. Um, kind of a dry red wine, but it's pretty good. It's not extremely dry, so I could deal with that one. Um, yeah, that red wine. So Robin said, "I'm struggling with this day. I dread tomorrow. We are seeing people amped up already. I just cannot imagine another 4 years of this. I can't either. But unfortunately, we have certain people that are coming onto the scene that are not voting smart. They will write their own name in. They will write uh, other people name in, but they have to realize we have to vote smart." Had someone here in Texas called the news station talking about he did any, mini, money, mo. And I'm like, any, mini, money, mo? How the hell are you going to vote like that? You have a choice. You either have somebody who's speaking hate all the time, which will put us back 40 to 60 years with all the hatred that he's speaking, or you have a choice to try something new. And if you don't know by now which way you want to go, that's a problem within yourself. Because the thing is, um, um, because the problem is, you cannot go, and it's not a hard decision. If you okay with racist folks coming around trying to terrorize your neighborhood, making threats to you, and that's not who want to live in fear. That's a problem within itself. Why would you want to live in fear? Or better yet, how Pastor Shirley Caesar said it, I don't want to live in hell, then die and go to hell. So my thing is, why would you want to do it? You doing it for fun and game, but this is no game. This is real life situation. Yeah, I know we said in the past that vote like your life depend on it, but this time it really do depend on it. Look at all the stuff that's happening in the world. So definitely make the right choice. Make the right choice. Don't be crazy about it. Um, that's all I'm saying. Make the right choice. Um, uh, yeah, I do agree. He said the damage and neglect in them big cities happened over a long time. Um, he said though, but a long time ago, years and years of mistreatment. Do you agree? Yeah, because the thing is, what you have to realize, and I say this also often, especially in the black community, um, in the black community, and I thought about this today, and I'm gonna break it down to you. Okay, in the black community, it started off with slavery, them killing our ancestors and having us to work for free labor, um, or keep you in debt where you can never leave leave that plantation. But unfortunately, some of us are still on a plantation, even though we are free. Um, eh, but also, I was sitting back. I'm gonna just say I was sitting back having a conversation with myself, thinking, and I'm like, okay, when slavery was over, and I'm that's just something I thought about today. When slavery was over, okay, now that we have the right, well, so-called right as everybody, and it was against the law to have people, um, what the hell? No, it's against the law to uh, keep people hostage and on a plantation. But unfortunately, I think in years ago, it was came out in some part in New Orleans, in Louisiana. There's still people living on the plantation, and they feel like they living their best life. But since you cannot have the blacks to do the things that was happening before, because at one point you could find all type of blacks in construction. Now you could barely find them, but now um, you have a lot of Hispanics that is in construction. You may have a lot of, you can find some black construction company owners, but you can't find that many of them. Now, the key is when they was getting that cheap labor from the black people, unfortunately, they had to get cheap labor somewhere else, and that's when um, a lot of Hispanics started to come up, and they was giving them cheap labor. But now it's to the point. Um, some Hispanics are like, no, I'm not working for cheap labor. I want my worth, just like uh, black folks want their worth also. So now what they do is ship our jobs overseas. Why? Cheap labor. That's the greed that is in America, that they want this cheap labor for they can make more money. But instead, they can't. If you notice, um, a lot of these car companies used to say back in the days, made in America. A lot of cars made from all over. Certain parts is made from all over. Um, so that's I just thought about that and it came up on my mind. So how do y'all feel about it? So that's all I'm saying. Uh, well, that's your choice if you vote for Kanye, but like I said, that would be a waste of vote. Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh, I see what it is. I kept hearing some noise. I'm like, hold on now. Uh, Risky said the lesser of two evil. Yeah, that's how Hitler started. Yep. Uh, uh, I'm gonna keep on going past that one because I don't know nothing about that one. Uh, yeah, I think Risky was saying the same thing. Um, uh, I I don't know about that one. But good luck on that one. Uh, hey, one thing about it, I told you, Eva, you cannot come on and give out false information because we will research. So she says she's gonna pull it up and find out for herself. Um, but that's just a couple of stories we've been talking about today. Now, this next story, uh, no, it's just a fact. She gonna let you know you was wrong. You must remember, Risky. She loved doing a lot of research. So if you say something, she's gonna pull it up. And yeah, exactly. She said, but she's gonna educate you. She's not making a threat. She's gonna educate you, and that's the best way of doing it. Um, exactly. Robin said the same thing. Receipt or it didn't happen, and that's what the show is all about. We have to speak the truth because one thing about it, nobody can say we came up and giving out fake news. So that's not gonna be us. But if anybody is having problems at the polls tomorrow, um, you definitely want to contact your Secretary of State, and they have a hotline. I'm gonna post the number in just a minute. Had it pulled up, but I accidentally closed that page. But they have a hotline you can actually call. They actually have a couple of them have different language, so I'm going to um, put them up. That's the one for English. Um, Give me just a minute. This is Korean. Um, so either way, if anybody is having problems with problems tomorrow at the post, um, definitely contact these numbers, and they will get someone out there right away to make sure it's solved, because we do not need um, people being intimidated just for trying to exercise their rights. So definitely um, contact these numbers and let your voice be heard, and take a stand. Take a stand. Vote smart. Vote smart. Um, and I would tell anybody who is independent. I don't know what the laws on it, but after this election is over, or I say January 20th, the 21st, you should start um putting your name out there for people can know who you are. Don't wait until uh 3.5 years to try to put your name out there. Start now. So now one thing we're not gonna do, even, which I told you this before, we're not gonna be disrespectful to no one on the show. That we're not gonna tolerate. So calling someone a fool, we're not gonna tolerate that. That's not gonna happen here. So you need to chill on that, or you need to find another show. Bottom line, because we're not gonna disrespect no one on here. I don't disrespect you. No one is disrespecting you. So definitely, there's no reason to disrespect anyone. That's just not going to be tolerated on the show. Um, Risky said even is just nervous for the poll results. I think a lot of people are. Exactly. I agree with you. We need to record it. But if you are having problems, these are numbers to the Secretary of State. And that's the federal numbers. So they have to come out to definitely come out and investigate it. Trump telling these folks to watch the polls for what? For what? I I don't understand it. So um yeah, we got to realize Risky is actually 9:30, so he may be a little tired. Um that's your opinion. That's your opinion, Evil. But let me ask you a question, Evil. Say, for instance, Trump do lose tomorrow. Trump lose tomorrow, then what? What's going to happen then? How you going to feel then? Because if Biden Harris win, it's going to be 4 years. How are you going to be able to deal with it? I'm just curious about it. Um, and while you're thinking about it, I'm actually the first person to call, I give them a shirt. The number is up on the screen, 972 591 3665. 972-591-3665. You can call and I will give you a shirt. And um, I will have it sent out to you. So we ain't gonna last 4 years if Biden become president. We don't even know where he is most of the time. What you mean we're not gonna last 4 years? What exactly do you mean about that? I'm not sure what you mean about that. Um, so definitely explain yourself on that one, because I don't understand what you're saying. We're not gonna last 4 years. I think right now with Trump in office, shit, we lucky if we last till tomorrow, because the coronavirus, I checked earlier, so far it had been 230,000 deaths in America. So um uh so I'm not quite sure about that. Now, even with what you're saying, on that risk, is she saying so far the only thing I'm finding on Camilla was that she may have been a mistress. I don't agree with that, because I when she was chosen, um, people were saying a lot of stuff, so I did a lot of research on it. Now, what people say she was being a mistress because I guess he was the mayor or something she dated for a year or so, short period of time, whatever, however long it was. Well, they was talking about he was married, but the thing is, him and his wife had been separated for over a decade. They hadn't been together in over a decade. So For whatever reason, they didn't get a divorce right away, but they was separated for over a decade. And during that time was the short relationship he had with Senator Harris. And people take that as if she's a homewrecker, or they said several things about her. Kind of like when you and I had to make the calls and send messages to all these locations that was putting out that shirt a couple of months back, because it was all inaccurate information. It was false information. So it's it it is, but I could say because they had been separated for 10 years or more before they started the relationship, that's completely different. Now, if they was together, that's completely different. I'd be like, no, she did allegedly Alicia Keys, but that's not the case. Um, so I think it's basically um, they take bits and pieces, and that's the problem that we have here. People don't want to hear the full story. They take snippet of it, pieces of it, instead of doing a research um, and doing a lot of things. So I just think uh, I just think it's definitely um, I hate when people only take bits and pieces of it. That's kind of like when President Obama was running and Pastor Jeremiah Wright, they cut up old sermons and made it seem like he was talking about America. No, but it that's how people roll, and unfortunately, it's sad. Um, yeah, I think it did tarnish her reputation, and unfortunately, you know what? If that was a man, we wouldn't hear anything about it. It's crazy how it's different for a woman, but if that was a man, no. Um, yeah, I think evil medication or ran off or something. I don't know. Robin said, but these same people have no problem with Trump banging prostitutes while married. Get the fuck on. True. Art, they have no problem with him talking about grab women by the cuckoo. Um, so they had no problem with that. Um, Eva, uh, Risky is asking for a link. If you saying that it's a video out, put the link up for she can go to it and verify it. So definitely put it up. Welcome to the show, Marcella Smith, 100 show. Woohoo! Cheers. Drinking this Black Girl Magic red brand wine, which is actually good for red wine. Um, yeah, that's pretty good. So um say I have to read evil comments before I post them, because sometimes he can go a little bit off. Kind of how he added the food at the end. I got to read the whole thing with him. The difference is Robin and Trump case, the prostitution were allied to the. Now, only place I know where prostitution is legal in America is in Vegas. So, in Nevada. So I don't know about that. And it's not legal nowhere just to go up and grab a woman by the vajayjay. So, and he was said it on tape. Just grab them by the vajayjay. They like it. Then all of a sudden you see all these women walking around talking about you can grab me by the vajayjay. Yeah. Yeah. That's about the only way allegedly they may get somebody to do it. But Robin said Republicans have zero ability to say shit about anyone more. Exactly. Risky said true. Um, what's going on, Marcella? What's up, family? Much love. Hey, glad you made it in tonight. I haven't seen radio. Breaker 19 radio, you out there? Um, he haven't been on. I haven't seen T Cal tonight either. Um, Robin said, I love Risky. Yeah, I gotta realize Risky, she was built for this. She will she will cut you up real nice and you won't even realize you've been cut. So um Risky is actually my backbone. She do a she do a lot. So I really appreciate it. Um Eva's not legal in California or Florida, so try again. uh, exactly. And speaking of um and I need to check the record. The other day I got a alert on the phone saying that Texas have passed um California record for the coronavirus. So that's which is crazy, saying that we have passed the record for the coronavirus in California. So I'm like, hey, that's not good at all. How can we pass them? Because they was like, hey, it wasn't. I don't know. That's bad business when we pass California. So I don't know where it's stands today, but that was a couple of days ago. I think it was well, actually it was Sunday. What's today? Tuesday. No, today is Monday. See, I don't know. It's the red wine. Blame it on them. But uh Risky said, let me see if I can find radio. Yeah, I'm surprised. He was kind of quiet last night too. He was on, but we had so many comments come in last night, which was great. But he was kind of quiet. So he may be tired of, may have a gig or something he's doing tonight. I talk way worse with the boys, way worse than this. I'm like grabbing the vajay. Okay. You cuss, you talk like a sailor, allegedly a sailor, which is fine. Um, that's your choice. Marcellus laughing at Risky. Um, Robin said with facts though. Yes, we need facts. When you put stuff out there, we definitely need facts to back it up. And if we can't find it online, we'll assume it's not true. So that's the way we have to look at it. We need facts to back it up. Risky said, when I get bored, I drink and search for things. Hey, I've been in here way too long tonight because I've been doing a lot of research ever since I came back from the gym. I'm like, man. Um, so, and I slept late this morning, which was surprising. Um, I didn't wake up till 9 o'clock this morning. I was like, man, I felt good. That was late for me because normally I went to the gym and made it back by then, but I was like, man, all right. He told me I get to it, and Risky said I'm working on it, so she's working on it, so that's a great thing. Um, Marcellus, I don't know if you heard, but tonight we are giving away T-shirts, and you can call in and get one. And the number is up on the screen 972 591 3665 972 591 3665, and you could get a T-shirt. So the other story we working on that I was looking at today, which is really jacked up. Have you read the alert that came out on the monitor about Jalil Muntaqim, was arrested Friday, and he was recently paroled after spending 49 years in prison. He was arrested Friday and is facing re-imprisonment for completing a voter registration form. Not going to vote, just filling out the form. And he was rearrested. Now, take it, he spent 49 years in prison. That's longer than I've been alive. 49 years. And they said his record in prison was great. Never had any problems in prison. He was the former Black Panther and respected elder. Was recently released after nearly 50 years in prison by the New York State Board of Parole. In his 14th hearing, interviewed him at a length and determined that he met the criteria to be released. He expressed sincere remorse and posed no threat to the community. So, on October the 30th, Monroe County District Attorney Sandra Dorley office issued a warrant against Jalil with charges for which no one in the state of New York has ever been arrested or indicted for. This attempt to reincarcerate him, an elderly recently recovering from COVID-19, does not work in the interests of justice, public health, or public safety. So this guy is 69 years old. 69. Didn't cause no problem. Only thing he did was register to vote. Didn't vote. Just registered. And she want to put him back in jail. The DA calls are outrageous, unprecedented, and some of the heels of the petition by Bill Napper, chairman of the local Republican Party, to prosecute Jelly for voter fraud. How are you going to prosecute him for voter fraud? They said these charges are politically motivated, senseless, and a waste of taxpayer money. So they trying to put this brother back in jail. Back in jail after he spent 49 years in jail. I don't know what crime he did, but he's out of jail. And here it is. They trying to put him back. Why? All because he registered to vote. Voter suppression. And that's a problem. That's a problem. Welcome to the show, T Cal. Said happy 100, Kirk Dog. I appreciate it. That evil, that sound like an excuse. That sound like a particular Trump supporter. I'm just saying, I'm gonna call it like I see it. Said the reason I don't want to give it to y'all is easy to find, ain't covered up the best, and of all the other thing, you'll find jumping down that rabbit hole. So that's kind of strong. Boy, I mentioned them and they both show up. Welcome to the show, Radio Chaos. Happy 100. I appreciate it. In case I know y'all just came on, we are trying to give out a shirt tonight. You can call in 972-591-3665. 972-591-3665. Risky is asking Eva for the link. I'm gonna read between the line. Uh, Eva sound like she's saying either put the link up or shut up. I'm just saying. Um, he talking about he don't work for y'all. Exactly, you don't. But at the same time, if you saying this information is true, put it out there. This is your opportunity. If it is true, and especially with elections tomorrow, and all the people that are listening that haven't decided yet who they're gonna vote for, this will be the time to put it out there. Maybe you could change somebody's mind in the election. But then again, if you don't have that information, you just basically chopping your gums up. That's all it is. That's basically what you're doing. Just talking. Or what some people would say, you basically just typing. And that's all to it. Um Risky said you must have been on the onion. I don't know. Find out about all them skeleton found. Oh Lord. That conspiracy theory. It probably is some skeleton out there for the simple fact. Um, all the lives that he have violated over the years, him and Trump both. Allegedly Trump both. So um I don't know what this is she just put up. So tell me what you just put up before I show it. I don't know what it is because um Risky, you on I don't know if this is the link he put up. I have no idea. So ah drinking that black hair magic. Um actually pretty good. So uh Radio said I don't debate. Basically it's conspiracy theory. It's a waste of time. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. You got to be probably from the age of uh you got to be a hell of a lot younger than Camilla before she's able to get to that island. Um so so definitely yeah. Um where we go one on we go what where we go one we go all. Okay, not sure what you mean about that either, but okay. Um, then also today, I seen Radio Homeboy had a sentence today, a bail hearing, talking about Cal Rittenhouse, and they are really trying to get him out of jail. Um, and if you are I don't know, can't remember if I posted on my page or not, but the hearing was only uh maybe 22 minutes or something. But they end up setting a bail for 2 million for him. $2 million cash bond. And I've heard several people speak and they was like, the problem we have is there's groups out here that would raise that money, get him out of jail, and possibly let him escape and get him out of hide him for he couldn't be found, which I believe that could be true. Um, because here it is, he end up he killed 2 people and injured 1. And listening to one of the fathers talking, I believe it was the guy with the Huber. Um, The father of the guy that had the skateboard, and he pointed out that Hoover actually hit Rittenhouse in the arm trying to knock the gun away from him, and he was shot and killed. So that's for me. I feel like when you have committed murder, it shouldn't be no bail. Not unless it was self-defense. It shouldn't be a bail. Now the father actually wanted to do 10 million. Said, look, make him pay 10 million. Uh, oh yeah, I feel like he will. Um, I'm sorry, I missed your comment, Brisky. I feel like he will face. Actually, they try to get one charge drop, and the judge said, "Nope, we're not gonna drop no charges. He need to stand for them. It was a terrible, terrible act that he done. He need to be held accountable for it." So he refused to um, drop any charges from him, which he shouldn't. I say it all the time. You do the crime, you do the time. Um, that's all to it. If you do it, you need to pay for it. And they argue trying to um, get the bail lower, and they said no, 2 million. And the only reason why he said 2 million because another judge had said the $2 million bond, cash bond. And with that being said, um, that was his lawyer argument was, hey, this other judge offered a $2 million cash bond. Why you can't do the same? So it's I just feel like he shouldn't get any bailing. It was straight up murder. He should stay in there. And he did say he's facing some serious time. If he found convicted, he could spend majority of his life or all of his life in prison, which he should. He should. Um, Eva, at some point, you have to stop bringing up stuff that you that the ringleader is saying. If it haven't been no charges in what 6 years, it won't be no charges. It won't be none. So that's fake news that the ringleader always talk about. That's what that is, fake news. So please, uh, let's move on from there. I'll be glad when uh, Wednesday get here. Maybe we will have a winner. Maybe we won't. We just have to wait and see. Once again, Eva, show the receipt for it. That's all we ask you to do, show receipt. But radio said well, Rittenhouse wanted to act like an adult with a gun. Now he get to go through the court system as one. Exactly. He should be. It shouldn't be no slap on the wrist. He took two lives and changed one forever. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think one of the guy they had to amputate his arm. It was so bad. The one that survived. So yeah, um he should definitely pay the full price of it. If it's him spending the rest of his life in jail, he made that decision. He could have made a choice. Hell, he could have stayed at home, watch Scooby Doo on TV or something, instead of going out there trying to be a hero, trying to make a name for himself. So that's on him. It's nobody's fault but his own. Marcella said, murderers should pay, just like lawyers should pay. Yeah, but you know that all the lies Trump have told, that's a big debt. So that's a lot he have to pay for. Uh, um, okay, you say so. I've asked you for evidence before. Um, Risky asked you for some. Robin asked you for some, and you still saying you're not going to give up the evidence. So apparently, you just want to talk about it instead of proving a fact, which is unfortunately what happened with a lot of Trump supporters. They want to state something, but they have no proof of what they're talking about. So unfortunately, uh, we're gonna move on from that. Um, and in other news, while we're talking about voting, um, I know um, because we can't take your word for it. We cannot and will not just take somebody's word. I don't care who it is. If somebody come on here and uh saying some stuff about I don't have knowledge of myself, I'm gonna ask them where's the proof. I don't care who it is. You could be Republican, Democrat, black, white. I don't care. And show proof. Show proof. That's all we ask. Don't just talk about it. Show the proof of it. And from that point, we can move on. Um, exactly. Marcella said, "Even donkey, we can't just take things for on face value. We need proof. Can't return anything to the store without a receipt. So we need proof if it's true. And unfortunately, that's what Trump is doing today. He say all these things, but he don't show proof of nothing. And because people are so brainwashed and they don't realize all these things they're doing, and if somebody decided to take a stand and enforce the law, they actually believe Trump gonna get them out of trouble. So the problem is you have to be smarter than that. Think for yourself. Think for yourself. Um, like I was saying before, we're gonna move on. Here in Texas, uh, Greg Abbott and the Republican Party at it again. Went to the court. Now, I don't know about other states, but here in Texas, due to the coronavirus, they allow drive up voting for people with health issues. They decided to file a suit where 120 votes would not count in Harris County, which is Houston. Well, it was ruled today they are going to count. But here it is. People are telling you your vote don't matter, but at the same time, they doing everything to prevent it from counting. And you still believe your vote don't count? That don't make sense. Because why would they go to the point filing lawsuit, spending that money, our tax dollars, because the judges have to hear the case, have to review the case, and the state will have to provide attorneys to represent the state. And then you have them spending money trying to make sure the votes don't count. So the problem is when it's all said and done, Your vote do count. These folks would not be trying to keep you from voting if it didn't count. That's what people have to realize. If your vote don't count, it wouldn't be all these threats going on. It wouldn't be trying to run down a candidate bus off the road, trying to intimidate voters from voting. That should tell you there your vote do count. Because if it didn't, they wouldn't care if you voted. And that's where people have to get smart at and realize that, hey, you know what? My vote do count because they are trying everything they can, uh, to make sure I don't vote. That should make you uh that should make you want to really get out and vote. Just for the simple fact that they trying everything they can to try to stop you from voting. Now, also, um, I'm also gonna bring up there are some oh, hold on. Okay. There's also certain states that you can register to vote and vote tomorrow. There are certain states you could do it the same day. Now, we're talking about Alaska, California, Colorado, Connecticut, DC, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Iowa, Maine, Maryland, Michigan, Minnesota, Montana, Nevada, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Utah, Vermont, Washington, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. You can actually go to the polls tomorrow. You can register to vote and vote. Now, there's a couple of states, Alaska and Rhode Island, election day registration allowed you to vote for president and vice president only. So that's um, that's good to know. You could go to votesaveamerica.com/states, and it'll give you a list of the states that will allow you to register and vote tomorrow. Texas not one of them. Um, the Dakotas are not one either. So hopefully, Eva don't get registered to vote, and hopefully vote smart. So let me catch up on the message. Uh, oh yeah, I did a lot of stuff when I had my head down. So, uh, Marcella said, Eva Duncan, how can we look at it from your side if you don't provide your proof of what you're saying, and just because I don't believe what you're saying doesn't make me it don't. Oh, I guess he said some other stuff I didn't see. Um, da, da, da. You choose to rather live in ignorance than do your own research on both sides. While I'll bring you a bone, it's on you to check it out or not. You haven't brought a bone. We asked you for the link and you refused to give the link. So since you refused to give the link, no, we're not. We asking for the information for we can pull it up. You just don't want to do it. Uh, so, but hey, that's your choice. And Marcella said, and vice versa. Um, no, not believing what I say don't make you ignorant. Marcella's the fact that you're not willing to even check out make you. No. How can we check something out if you don't want to provide the information? We asked you for the link, but you don't want to provide it. So there's no way we could check it out. Um, Risky said, enlighten us, evil. Radio said GOP Senate, who are in the majority right now, represent 153 million people. In the Democrat Senate, who are in the minority, represent 168 million people in the U.S. Exactly. Boy, we got 100 chat message tonight. 100 for 100. That's a good thing. Marcella said, "Well, I want to check out what you're talking about. I'm really interested." Um, Risky saying, "Don't be scared." So what I'm saying now, can all y'all say what I'm saying isn't true without even Googling it first and viewing both the website confirming and denying the such? What website? You haven't gave no website. So we don't know. We don't know. Um, Risky said, point me in the right direction. um, Smitty, you're the man. Who in the hell is Smitty? I guess he talking about you, Marcellus. Um, he said, I need to see it though. Yeah. Google search. Uh, okay, y'all can see what he put up because all of y'all are on YouTube, so y'all can see it. Um, so definitely pull it up, see what it say. Happy hunting. Why do it have to be a hunting game? If you have this information, why you just can't share it? If you have it, share it. Okay. The conspiracy theory. Okay. Uh, exactly. It's like a needle in a haystack. Mainstream media is being controlled. I'm with you, but like your buddy there, are very fine people on both sides. um, yeah, so that's I I I don't know. It has to be discovered. It has to be discovered by me. Why do it have to be discovered by me? I trust their judgment. And trust me, if something is going on, um, I'm sure either one of them don't have a problem with sending me that information. So yeah, but it need to be some good information. Risky said I discovered that I never get my 15 minutes of research back. My 15 minutes of searching back. Exactly. Um, okay, everything got to be a riddle for you. And I'm like this. We've asked for it. Like, hey, share the information if you want to. If you don't, that's cool. I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna lose no sleep over it. So that's a good thing. We ask you to provide the information. We can research it, and we can uh, find out if it's true or not. So um, here's the number again. First person call in, get a shirt. Um, yeah, I think he is too. Marcella said the truth doesn't has to be validated. It will shine bright like a light from the heavens. Exactly. Rick said he's bored. I believe so too. Um, and also, which I've asked you several times before, when you bring up certain things, if it was true, the main media would pick it up. They will pick it up. That's why when we research different stories, what we do, we actually go and research it. If we only see it on one outlet, we don't talk about it. Now, if more outlets are putting it out there, yes, and then it's justified because we may run across one of these websites you talking about that may talk about something, but no one else is talking about it. Kind of like I think it was a couple of weeks ago. Um, ran across the story where this guy tried to molest, was arrested for uh, sexual assault in a gorilla. And we search and search and search, and the story was fake. I'm like, who in their right mind finna sexual assault a gorilla? Talking about they was giving them drugs to make them sleepy, for you wouldn't know what was going on. I'm like, nah, it was fake. Um, yes, it is. It's becoming a lost of art. I agree with you. Um, but so uh, radio, how's y'all status with the coronavirus up there? Because I know up down here, um, it's still pretty bad. Um, I mentioned earlier when I searched earlier, we're at 230,000 so far, and 230,000 deaths. 230,000 deaths here in America, and but you leave it up to Trump in 2 weeks, it'll be gone. Um, uh, so they talk about 1,010 a rave bill as a protest against COVID-19 restriction in Utah. Thousand of people. So that's not good. When people keep doing stuff like that, it's really not good for the community. Just imagine 1,000 people in there, and if uh, 250 of them go mess around and catch it, and they go back to their family, go back to work, um, how many people can they end up affected from it? That's just like at the Trump rallies. You have all these people going to it, but it's not a good thing. Matter of fact, where was it in? Was it Minnesota last week? Um, some of his supporters were stranded because the buses couldn't pick them up. They couldn't drive their cars there, and they end up uh, getting stranded, and some of them end up having to go to the hospital because they were so cold. They was getting bad, and then in California had a rally. A lot of people passed out at the rally because it was too hot. So it's not good. Um, Radio said we're getting a second wave up here, but people are still following the guideline for the most part. Not here. Not here. Matter of fact, Risky sent me a story earlier today um, about um, what was that? A party that happened. Um, 400 people attended. Um, so that was crazy. Trying to put it up. Uh, I'm looking on my other computer. It was a Halloween party. Officials shut down an illegal Halloween party that had 400 guests in New York City, which is crazy. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm working two computers, so I'm trying to. I didn't even see you, but yeah, 400 people. Look like it's even a kid up in there too. In one of the pictures, I don't know if you paid attention to that picture, but it looked like it's a kid in there too. Um, which I don't know why a kid is at a party like that. But some people wearing masks, some people not, and they are shoulder to shoulder. So it's crazy. So uh, I don't have freedom of speech here. I can't post a link. We told you post the link hour ago. You just didn't want to. You said yourself you didn't want to. Marcella said, even don't Google BBC make love, not war, and you'll see where the intelligent of the ones we don't see in politics are changing the culture. Exactly. Then Risky told me New York. Um, I guess this the website he posted. I know y'all can see it because y'all on the same page. Um, please don't go, girl. Oh, wrong song. All right, Miss Risky. She said it's getting almost my bedtime. I guess I need to finish my drink and we're gonna try to tiptoe out of here. I definitely appreciate y'all for helping me celebrate our 100 live show tonight. Um, it's really it's a milestone. It's a milestone. I normally don't even keep up with the shows. I just do the shows and keep rolling. Um, Radio said, I still can't believe how politicized the coronavirus become in the U.S. I thought both sides of the political spectrum could unite on controlling it. No, it came out last week. The White House chief of staff actually said the U.S. cannot contain the virus anymore. There's no way we can. And that's because they allowed it to go too long while that food was lying to us. He should have been telling us the truth, and we probably could have had it contained. Then on top of that, um, um, he fired the team that actually was in place to prevent it. So it's hard. It's hard. It's really hard. Um, Marcella talking about good night, Miss Risky. Uh, Nice seeing you again, Miss Risky. On a Thursday night, I'm surprised. I'm like, ooh, on a Thursday night. So that's a good thing. Okay. Risky says, same here, guys. Risky, we still need to get the show together for that speed dating for you. We need to get it together and see if we can uh, find you somebody. So we need to get that together. But it's crazy, and it's some country. I forgot where it was, and they getting ready to do another shutdown. And with the shutdown, everybody is trying to leave that country. They showing the airport full, uh, the highways are full, and it's like, wow, they trying to get out of there. Um, okay, they see it on the chat, so that'll be cool. Um, but reality, um, I really appreciate everyone that support the show. I'm working on a lot of different things. We're gonna have some new stuff coming up soon. Um, that's where it was. Was it England or it was somewhere they was trying to leave that country because of the shutdown that is coming, the fear of the shutdown, and everybody is trying to leave. Um, I can't remember exactly where it was, but it's actually pretty bad. They're trying to leave in the way they trying to leave. So we're in some scary times. And actually, radio, we in our third wave. I think between the first and second, it really didn't tell the difference. But now we're in our third wave. So, and they're saying before before Thanksgiving, we could, I think the report came out, we could have another 200,000 lives lost um, before the end of the year, which is scary. Um, Another 200,000 lives lost before the end of the year. Yeah, we have to do better. Some people think it's still a game. They don't think um, it's all that bad, but it's really bad. Um, so unfortunately, people just feel like it's all fake. Now I know I said earlier we was at 230,000. Now we at 231,000, and that include another 427 deaths today. And for the United States, we had 9.37 million total cases with 74,000 um, today, 74,236. And the sad part about it, Texas is about a little bit over 10% of that, because we have 965,000 total cases here in Texas, which 4,350 is from today. So people have to realize this is no game. This is not a game. We have to do better. We have to do what's right. We need to try to protect ourselves at all time. Uh, I don't know what you mean about that, but okay. Radio said the scientists said that a second wave was inevitable up here, so it's not unexpected. Yeah, it's getting bad everywhere, and when we still have people in New York holding a party of 400 people, then we have people doing all these protests. Like for instance, the video I talked about earlier with out in Bakerfield. I think out of all the people that was surrounding that young lady, it was only a couple of them that had a mask on. Even the three police officers that was there, neither one of them had a mask on. So in Bakerfield, you have to remember a couple of months back we did a show about a uh, Trump supporter ran over and killed a protester in the road. Ran over and killed them, um, and the police basically protected him and blamed the protester for it. Now I ran across a story last week as I was doing an update on it, and they said allegedly the guy that ran over that protester died in Mexico, um, either by a car accident or something. But karma is real. Karma will get you one way or another. But then again, I don't trust what they saying, because I think with all the stuff that was going on, he was getting ready to face some charges. Excuse me. Um, so that's it's crazy how people just feel like they could say and do anything. And unfortunately, because of the president that we have today, he actually make them feel like they could do it. And I actually feel like it set us back for another 30 or 40 years, because it's no way people just gonna stop being racist overnight. Even after the election, people still gonna try people, and they're gonna find the right ones, and it's gonna cause a problem, kind of like what I said in Fort Worth when um, last Friday, the police were escorting them through a community, and they didn't go for it. They said no. We're gonna we're gonna shut this down. They not coming through our neighborhood, and they made them turn around. They tell them no, not here, not today or any other day, and made them and the police turn around and leave that neighborhood because and they called the police out and said y'all are wrong. Y'all are wrong for bringing them through our community. You knew this wasn't gonna end well, but then again, they tried it and it didn't go too good. So I'm glad the community took a stand on that. Um, which we need more communities to do the same thing. Um, so radio said Trump kept turning his travel ban from China in February, but it had numerous exemptions, allowing thousands of people to still enter the U.S. from China. Kind of useless. Yeah, yeah, very useless. And with him, matter of fact, I know we talked about Cal Rittenhouse out of Kenosha, who went to his bail hearing today, and just so happened Trump is there. Trump is in Kenosha tonight. Well, he may be gone now, but uh, he actually went there today. So, and also, I can give um Eva. I ran across the story that the other day. I didn't get a chance to really talk about it, but is if you Google this, Eva, called "Lies, Damn Lies, and Trump Rallies," lies, damn lies, and Trump rally, and read that article. It'll talk about all the lies Trump has told and how his rallies are going. So definitely, uh, look into it. You want to talk about Trump, um, the conspiracy. Um, trying to pull it up. Uh, oh boy, like I said, sometimes we end up talking about some stories that that just so happen to come up. Oh, excuse me, that we'll end up googling. Um, but I read like the first couple of lines, and I was like, okay, this seemed like it's gonna be pretty good. And I never did go back and look at it, but it was interesting. The part I did see. Matter of fact, I'm gonna post it in the chat. Um, uh, trust me, I don't. I'm just waiting until January 20th when he go to prison. That's the way I see it. Um, Radio said, I see they built the wall around the White House today because they expect violence no more. Who win the election? I didn't. I haven't seen the news since earlier this morning, but which is I woke up late this morning, um, which I'm surprised because I didn't get up to 9 o'clock this morning. Well, it was almost 10 because I guess when I got up and went to the restroom, came back, my wife was cutting it on Kelly and Ryan, so that's 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or something. 9 o'clock. It was 9 o'clock. So that's about the time I got up this morning. And I was like, man, that's I slept good. So which is good. I normally get up 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, regardless of what time I go to bed. I get up early. So But definitely check that out, lives, damn lies and Donald Trump rallies. And check it out. It's interesting. Like I said before, I really appreciate y'all for supporting the show. We are working on some things. Um, I got tied up tonight trying to deal with it, so I'm gonna work on it a little bit longer tonight and try to set up some things where y'all can actually um, we're trying to do more things with the show. So I don't know if y'all can tell I have some new glasses on. Uh, so I'm like, cool. Still trying to get used to them because they're still kind of blurry a little bit, but I'm working it out. But tomorrow night show, um, I'm gonna be covering the election as the numbers come in. Um, so it's gonna be an interesting show. If you are a Trump supporter, Biden supporter, independent, whoever, the number will be available for you to call in and call in and give your opinion on it. Um, who do you want to win and why? So we'll have the phone lines open for that all day tomorrow. I know here in Texas they are making preparation, especially downtown. Um, they are boarding up buildings, getting prepared for whatever might happen. National Guard is on standby, which is crazy. I never heard of having an election in my lifetime where they had to call in the National Guard to protect certain cities. So that's uh, that's the society that we're living in now, which is not a good society. It's definitely not good where they have to call in the National Guard to protect the cities from whatever may take place. A lot of places are closing early for their employees can get home before the polls close. I believe most places may be closing by 5 or 6 tomorrow. Department stores, um, places that normally stay open late, they are closing. I got an alert earlier. I think KFC going to be closed anyway tomorrow. Uh, I don't know if you're talking about me or somebody else. So, um, radio said, I hope the GOP get takes it on the chin in the election tomorrow night. They need a reality check. Yes, we need to step up and clean that swamp that Trump been talking about since when he ran for it the first time, when he was talking about cleaning the swamp. Only swamp he was cleaning was people that was working with him. He was getting them out of office. Um, wishful thinking, Eva Donkey. I don't think we'll ever have another president like that again. No, I don't see that happening. Trump messed it up for a lot of people. That's kind of like after Bush, they said, no, we cannot have another Bush up there. And his brother, I want to say Jeb Bush, tried to run for president, and he dropped that real early in it because people weren't going for it. He wasn't getting the vote. They tried to ride on that Bush name and said no. And I think right now only one of his nephews is in politics, but it's like locally. He'll never be able to get up to the federal level because George messed it up pretty bad when he was in there. So you know, that's right. Um, I wish he was. Uh, I wish he was on the ballot. That would be wonderful. That would end a lot of stuff real quick. And I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen when his time come back up on the ballot. He's gonna try to make sure he try to do things right. And see, that's another reason why they doing that in Texas, because the thing is, um, they afraid and they already know if the Democrats win Texas, a lot of heads are gonna roll. A lot of people are gonna be out of position when their election come up. So it's important that we get out and vote. We need to. Um, uh, Actually, I probably will. If I'm gonna be on the show tomorrow, I don't know how long I will be on there. I'm gonna come on at 8 o'clock tomorrow. Um, Come on at 8 o'clock tomorrow, and we're gonna have a show. You could call in, give your opinion, what you think about it. Um, no, I think Cruz have burnt too many bridges. He have, and if I'm still capable and able to run this platform, no, because the thing is, here in Texas, I don't see him being able to pull Texas off. I just don't see it. People would not here, not here. Um, well, I'm gonna be on here tomorrow. I'm gonna come on at 8. The polls close at 7. So by the time I come on, we should have some pretty good numbers coming across. So that's what we're gonna do tomorrow. I may even come on early for when the polls come on, but I'm gonna definitely come on at 8. We're gonna take calls tomorrow, and we're gonna talk about the election tomorrow. Um, gonna see what's going on. I feel like we're gonna end up in court because Trump already said which this is crazy too. Um, Trump already said that if he have a lead, he's gonna automatically accept the victory, but he won't accept it if Biden had the lead, which is crazy. You should accept it either way. If you know you lost, you lost. Make preparation to get out. I've been saying for the last couple of months, I hope he start packing. Hell, he should have everything packed and moved by now. But I didn't know they put a wall up today at the White House. I haven't watched the news. I'm sure it's probably we record the news here, the 9 o'clock news. So I'll go watch it once I get off and go from there. I'm like this. We all know he cheated the last time. I wish they come up with a different way of doing the election, um, where it's absolutely no way they could tamper with the ballots. That would be a great way of doing it, because as long as we have computers, anything is possible. I won't say it's not possible, but I can tell you this: it is a good chance Trump could win because the way some people voted. But then it's a good way he could win with help of Russia again. Who knows? But then he could win, and then the impeachment will start. So because he's done enough to where he shouldn't be in office today. The way you got to realize when he lied about the coronavirus to the American people, he should have been. Um, to me, that's like a breach of security because here it is, he lying to us, but he's telling a radio host something completely different, telling him information that he should have been telling us. And I don't see how people can be okay with that. Like I said, it's two different type of couple of people type of different type of people I don't like. I don't like a thief. I don't like a liar. You could do anything else to me, but I don't like thieves and liars. Uh, Both of them, I'm out. I don't care who you are. I'll cut you off. Um, Radio said Trump didn't even win in a landslide in 2016. No, he didn't. The majority of voters who went to the polls voted against him. He won the electoral college by 77,000 votes. Exactly. And we need to change that too. We need to. We change that and just let it be um, a straight up vote. But I can't wait until Wednesday because all the damn calls I keep getting and all the commercials I keep getting from on TV and the calls. I get so many phone calls and texts looking for somebody named Deidre. And I'm like, I just block them out. I'm not gonna respond. And one person, I don't know if y'all heard me a couple of months ago. Um, Someone called me one day talking about uh Deidre Barra. And I'm like, okay, who are you calling Deidre? First of all, I've for the last couple of years, they text trying to get me to click on links and stuff like that. And then I'm like, you had the wrong number. Stop calling me. So a politician text the other day out of Texas and said he was called talking about his hello Deidre, this is such and such politician. I'm running for office, need your support and all of this. Please make sure you vote. And I almost called the dude and asked him who in the hell did he buy the number from? Because I've been trying to figure out who has the number and they calling and harassing me and been doing it for over 2 years now. And I'm on the do not call list. So I want to know who did he purchase the number from because he had to purchase it from somebody. The same person that would texting all this time. Now they calling talking about voting. No. I'm like, no, it's a waste of time. That's why a lot of time if I don't recognize the number, I don't answer. I don't answer. Yeah, sometime it'll come up spam risk. Mm-mm, I'm not gonna answer. So if somebody, not unless I'm telling y'all to call in to win a shirt or something, but other than that, no, I'm not gonna answer foolishness. I don't know who you are, and they call all day, every day. I probably get about uh, well, it done slowed down a little bit. At one point, I probably was getting over 10 calls a day, and that's way too many. So, uh, yeah, okay, Eva. Well, hey, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me tomorrow. Tomorrow gonna be a great show. We will be talking about the election tomorrow, doing live update. If hopefully if you want to come in and talk live on the show, that'd be great. Um, if I haven't seen Abe nor Gabe here in a while, hopefully they tune in tomorrow. And I really did enjoy talking um, with his father. I think his name was Adam, not Abe, but Adam. That was a good conversation with him. So hopefully he call in tomorrow, and that will be good, and we could discuss the polls together. So, but other than that, I appreciate y'all. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the support you have given me. Um, I love each and every one of you, that including you, Eva Donkey Radio, T Cal, Marcellus, Robin, Risky, um, and everybody that have tuned in tonight. If I did not say your name, please, it's nothing personal. I just didn't see your name come up in the chat nor on Facebook. But definitely tune in with us every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday nights. Tomorrow night, we're going to deal with the polls as they're coming in. I'm going to go out tomorrow. As I said a couple of months ago, I'm going to pack my cooler up in the morning, hit the polls, take waters out there and snacks. I'm going to go to the polls. I see where it's a long line. And we basically just going to do it. And also, um, they are asking people, please fill up your vehicle, do your shopping early before the election end tomorrow, because we don't know what's going to happen, if it's going to be a civil war or not. But also, I'm also asking people, like I say all the time, if you're in Texas and need to get your LTC, reach out to me. I can hook you up with the right people to get it and get licensed, because we're going to be in trying times for a while. I don't see this in no time soon. So let's get together and make sure you're protecting yourself, your home, and your family, and do it the right way. So until did I say TCal? Thank you, TCal, also. Um, um, so I definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in. Until tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time, when we discuss the election tomorrow as the numbers are coming in. I will talk to y'all then. I love each and every one of you. Until then, peace.